In the first 3 years of your child's life, their brain is building connections faster than at any other point in human existence. We are talking about nearly 1 million new neural pathways forming every single second. And here's the thing that most parents never hear. You do not need a single special program, expensive toy, or child development course to support that growth. You just need 5 small habits. Habits that fit right inside the ordinary moments you are already living every day.
Hi, I am Paul, and I help parents understand the hidden meanings behind children's behavior so they can raise happier, smarter kids. Let us get into it.
Habit number 1, and honestly, this one is the most powerful thing you will do all day without even realizing it. It is called serve and return. Here's what it looks like in real life. Your baby babbles at you. You babble back. Your toddler points at a bird outside the window. You say, "Oh yes, look at that bird." They drag a stuffed animal over to you. You take it, look at it, hand it back with a smile.
That is it. That back and forth exchange. That is serve and return. Now here is what is actually happening
inside their brain while that tiny moment plays out. Every single time you respond to your child's signal, every single time, you are firing off billions of new neural connections in their developing brain. Not hundreds, billions. You are physically wiring their brain for communication. You are teaching them that conversations have a rhythm. Someone speaks, someone responds. And that understanding will be the foundation of every relationship they build for the rest of their lives. Research on secure attachment consistently shows that children who receive this kind of responsive interaction develop stronger emotional regulation and better social skills well into adulthood. So here's the reframe I want you to carry with you. When your 2-year-old brings you the exact same toy car for the 14th time today and shoves it in your face, that is not them being repetitive.
That is them sending a serve. And every time you return it, you are building their brain in real time.
Habit number 2, read 1 picture book a day. Just 1. I know what some of you are thinking. They cannot even read yet. What is the point? Here is the point. If you read just 1 book per day from the time your child is born until they turn 5, research shows they will hear approximately 78,000 more words per year than a child who does not get read to regularly. 78,000 words per year. And these are not just the everyday words they pick up from normal conversation. Books are full of vocabulary that almost never appears in regular speech.
Words like trembling, mysterious, wandered, ancient.
These are the words that build comprehension, fuel imagination, and activate the exact brain regions your child will need later when they are learning to read independently. Reading together also does something that is harder to measure, but just as important. It creates joint attention. You and your child focused on the same thing at the same time. That shared focus is one of the core building blocks of learning itself, and the attitude your child develops toward books in these early years, whether reading feels cozy and safe and something worth doing, that attitude follows them
into school and beyond. 1 book, 1 day. That is the whole habit.
Habit number 3. This one is going to sound less exciting than the others, but do not skip it. A consistent sleep routine. Same time every night, same sequence of steps. Maybe it is bath, then a short book, then a song, then lights out. Maybe it is something different that works for your family. The specific steps matter less than the consistency. I hear you. Some nights the routine goes completely sideways. That happens to every parent. But here is why it is worth protecting as much as you possibly can. Sleep is not downtime for your child's brain. Sleep is when their brain does its most important work of the day. During sleep, everything your child experienced and learned throughout the day,
short-term memory into long-term storage. The neural connections that were useful get strengthened.
The ones that were not get cleared away. Sleep also regulates cortisol, the stress hormone, which directly affects your child's emotional stability and behavior the following day. Children with consistent sleep routines show measurably better attention spans, stronger memory formation, and more regulated behavior compared to children with irregular sleep patterns. A well-rested child is not just a less cranky child.
Their brain is genuinely operating at a higher level.
That bedtime routine is not just about getting them to sleep. It is about giving their brain the conditions it needs to consolidate everything you taught them that day. Habit number 4. And this one feels uncomfortable for most parents at first. Let them struggle a little. Not in a distressing way. I am talking about the small, everyday moments of frustration. The block tower they built just fell over. The toy rolled just out of reach. They are trying to fit a piece into a puzzle, and it is not going in the right way.
Instead of immediately reaching over and fixing it, pause, just for a few seconds. Let them try.
Here is why that pause matters so much. When children work through minor frustrations on their own, they are actively building and strengthening the prefrontal cortex. That is the part of the brain responsible for executive function, planning, self-control, problem-solving, and emotional regulation. These are the skills that will determine how your child handles challenges at school, in friendships, and eventually in adult life. Every time we jump in and solve the problem before they have had a chance to try, we are unintentionally removing the exact experience their brain needs to wire those pathways.
So next time your child is wrestling with something small and getting a bit frustrated,
take a breath, give them the moment, and when they figure it out, even partially, celebrate it out loud. That feeling of accomplishment is not just emotional, it is neurological. Those circuits just got stronger. Habit number 5. Let them help you with things around the house. And before you tell me that is more work than doing it yourself, you are probably right, but hear me out. A 2-year-old can hand you items from the laundry basket one by one. A 3-year-old can help pour water on the plants. A 4-year-old can sort objects by size or color, or put napkins on the dinner table. None of this requires any preparation or special equipment. It just requires you
slow down slightly and hand them a roll.
When children do these kinds of simple tasks, they are building executive function, the ability to plan steps, stay focused on a sequence, and see something through to completion. They are developing both fine motor skills and gross motor coordination. And every time they complete a task successfully, their brain releases dopamine, the chemical that signals reward,
motivation to keep trying and keep learning.
But beyond the neuroscience, there is something else happening. They are building a sense of self, a feeling that says, I am capable, I can contribute, I can do real things that matter. That feeling of self-efficacy, the belief in your own ability to handle things, is one of the strongest predictors of confidence and resilience throughout life. These are not chores. They are brain development activities wearing the disguise of chores.
So there they are. 5 habits. Serve and return. Read 1 book every day.
Keep a consistent sleep routine. Let them struggle a little. And let them help. Not one of these costs money. Not one of them requires you to add anything new to your day. They are woven into the moments you are already living. The conversations, the bedtime, the kitchen counter, the living room floor. But what they build is significant. A brain wired for communication,
emotional resilience, memory and focus, problem solving, and a quiet, growing confidence that your child will carry forward for the rest of their life. You are already doing more than you think. These 5 habits just make sure it counts.